Hello kids! Welcome back to Xoratale. Today, we're going to learn a new letter, the letter I. Are you ready? Let's go! I for ink. E ink. I for iron. E iron. I for ice. E ice. I for instrument. E instrument. Let's repeat it again. I for ink. I for iron. I for ice. I for instrument. I for ice cream. E ice cream. I for ice pop. E ice pop. I for idly. E idly. I for icing. E icing. Let's repeat it again. I for ice cream. I for ice pop. I for idly. I for icing. I for idea. E idea. I for imagination. E imagination. I for interest. E interest. I for injury. E injury. Let's repeat it again. I for idea. I for imagination. I for interest. I for injury. I for island. E island. I for iceberg. E iceberg. I for India. E India. I for Italy. E Italy. Let's repeat it again. I for island. I for iceberg. I for India. I for Italy. I for instructor. E instructor. I for inventor. E inventor. I for inspector. E inspector. I for illustrator. E illustrator. Let's repeat it again. I for instructor. I for inventor. I for inspector. I for illustrator. I for invitation. E invitation. I for internet. E internet. I for iPad. E iPad. I for instrument. E instrument. Let's repeat it again. I for invitation. I for internet. I for iPad. I for instrument. You've learned the letter I today. Now let's play a fun game. What is this? Yes, I for ice cream. What is this? That's right, I for island. What is this? Wow, I for insect. What do we write with that as color inside? Yes, I for ink. Who creates new things? Exactly, I for inventor. Awesome, you got them all right. Let's clap for ourselves. Bye-bye, little learners. See you soon with the next fun letter J.